economic disaster in slow motion. Ships filled with the goods mostly from Asia that help fuel America's economy anchored offshore, waiting and waiting and waiting to unload. The pace of work at 29 West Coast ports has ground to a halt.
We're getting to a breaking point, where the system is really sort of collapsing under its own weight. We're experiencing significant delays and backlogs.
That's Steve Getzig of the PMA, Pacific Maritime Association, which represents 72 companies.
The drivers united!
It blames workers in the labor union for purposely slowing down their work and expecting to be paid full wages as a tactic to get a better deal on their contract, which expired in July. The labor union blames the PMA, which has halted operations altogether for the holiday weekend, so it doesn't have to pay overtime.
It's their decision not to bring them in. If they bring those ships in, we will work them.
They're saying this is disingenuous, that it is the workers who have created this slowdown.
That's a slap in the face to us. We don't do that. We believe that if we work hard to bring these ships in, they keep coming back to our ports.
Both sides talked to us before the media blackout. Whoever is at fault, a crisis is building. Container ships stacked with everything from salt to sheet metal lingering out at sea. On shore, perishable goods like California's famous oranges rotting while waiting to be loaded and sent to consumers in Asia. How would you describe that scene? I mean, are we talking a parking lot out there?
You could describe it as a parking lot. When you have that many ships, you increase the risk of collisions, elisions, groundings, environmental cases, and maybe even some security problems.
But for now, the biggest problem is the potential economic impact. The National Retail Association estimates a complete shutdown of the West Coast ports could cost the U.S. economy $1.9 billion per day. To give you some idea of the goods that go through these ports here on the West Coast and spread out to the rest of America, the LA and Long Beach ports combined handle about 40% of the nation's cargo. And that is just 2 of the 29 West Coast ports experiencing delays. In the waters off West Coast ports, we spotted nature moving at its normal pace, while the human-made giants are left behind. Sarah Seidner, CNN, in the waters off Long Beach, California.